Hey everyone, welcome back to the Up in Vegas podcast with your host Serena.
Hello, hello.
And I'm Jofiel. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. We have an exciting episode. We're going to be talking about a lot of great things going on in Vegas.
Yeah.
It is a fun time to be here in the city of entertainment. There are some really cool events. And like we said before, our format for our podcast is just a very simple one. Yeah. It's light.
Fun,
we don't
silly.
necessarily have a specific order of how we go through these topics. It's just kind of random. That's how we like to keep it. We keep it light. We might be talking about events in the city. We might be talking about things going on nationally in the world. And we just kind of all mix it all together. So what we're going to start with is this event going on, the Greek Food Festival.
Yes.
That's so cool. I love Greek food.
Me too.
That's awesome. And I think it's the 43rd year that they've been doing it.
Yes.
43rd year?
Yeah, I think it was 43rd.
That's quite a history in Vegas.
And they couldn't do it last year, so it's a big deal that they're doing it this year.
They're putting on an even bigger bang this year. That's cool.
Yeah.
How exciting. And this is located at the St. John's Baptist Church?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, 5300 El Camino.
Yes, El Camino Drive. Okay.
And then that was September 10th through the 12th, so it's coming up this weekend.
Okay, very cool. So if you're in Vegas, go check out the Las Vegas Greek Food Festival. They're going to have all kinds of different food. It's going to be authentic, prepared. Mm-hmm. If you want to get that authentic Greek experience, go check it out. It's so opa.
Yes.
All right. And another really fun thing that we wanted to share with you, if you're someone who loves to travel to Vegas, or if you're a Vegas resident, something you should definitely check out is called House Seats.
Yep.
And what's House Seats all about?
So House Seats is all about basically you buy a membership and then they have different shows that you can go to absolutely free.
That's cool.
So they're basically trying to help fill those seats. And so it's a partnership between some different shows. So you have a certain selection. They come and go. Like I have a subscription and my mom was coming. We were going to do one of the comedy ones and it was also like a clean comedy. So she was really excited about that.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Well, I didn't get them right away because, if you get them but don't show up, then they're going to charge you for those tickets.
You got to make sure you're definitely going.
And whoever has the membership has to be the one to pick up the tickets.
Okay, so you can't register it and someone else is going to give it away or anything. Like you have to use the tickets
You
yourself.
have to use
but
it
you
with
can bring,
your ID.
You can bring friends, family, and stuff, of course.
Right.
But you have to be there.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's like a package of like 2 people or 4 people of how many people you bring.
Okay.
But so I didn't want to do it for sure because maybe like we changed plans. But by the time we were like, yep, let's do it. Those tickets were all gone. So there's only so many. So you got to get on, decide, commit, and
it's a good thing to do it in advance, do you think? Can you do it like in advance? Like if you know a show's coming up in the next 3 months, something you could do
if it's on the schedule that far in advance.
Okay, so like they do kind of come up within the first few weeks.
Yeah, and
or so,
even
right?
like when I was looking at Sunday, like last Thursday, there's only a few things, but then like the day before, more came on that day.
Oh, okay. So you want to open the app and check
it's like
it.
a live. It's like it's moving.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Okay, I can dig it.
And there's like an app version.
Yeah.
If you pay a little extra if you want access to the app and all of that, or you could just do it through your computer. So
very cool.
I would check it out.
Do you think it's great for people who are just visiting town? I mean, versus like going to a show. I mean, it looks like the cost isn't that bad. I mean, 4 tickets for $169 for the year.
Right.
So that's pretty cheap. I mean, if you divide that up per ticket, that's really cheap.
Oh yeah, that'd be you going to maybe 2 shows for an entire year, pays for the entire year for your membership for up to 4 people.
Oh, see, that's awesome. So you're getting 2 tickets for free, essentially.
And
or
then
more.
some.
Or more.
Then
okay.
some.
Very cool. So House Seats is what it's called.
Yep.
You can go to houseseats.com and go check it out.
And we'll put our referral link below because they also have a really cool deal where if you share it and talk about it and stuff like this, then they'll reward you with like a month and stuff like that. So then if you sign up and you tell someone, then you can get a free month. And they even have like the 10th one, you get a whole year free.
Wow, that's a fat bonus. Dang. Yeah. So go check that out, House Seats, and get some great entertainment in the city of entertainment. That's awesome. This next one was kind of fun. This just came out. They were working on it yesterday. I haven't had a chance to see it personally yet, but it looks pretty cool. If you're a Raiders fan, they just put an eye patch on the Sphinx with the Raiders. So that's kind of cool.
Hilarious.
Really cool. I love when our city gets into the spirit like that. And I thought that was just a really fun one because of the Raiders, they're pirates. And so to have a pirate patch on the Sphinx was pretty cool. It's kind of seeing our city represent. And I know the guy who does the banners and stuff like that, Screaming Images is the name of the company. Connected with him on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And so he was showing the behind the scenes of how they were putting it up there and doing it. And I thought that was really neat. So
wow.
Yeah, very cool. The Sphinx. If you have a chance to go check out the Sphinx and see that eye patch, if you're a Raiders fan, maybe get a picture next to it. That would be cool.
It's football season.
Yay! Fall's coming. Love
I can
that.
definitely get behind some Raiders action.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yes, and if you do get a chance to go down to Circa, watch the game down there because that's a fun place to watch one.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump on over to some national news.
Some national business
Yes.
news.
These next two items on our list are going to be of particular interest, I think, to you because you're a broker.
Yeah.
And you know all about real estate.
Yeah.
So very interested to see what you think about these two
Yeah.
things. But the first one that we had up on our roster was about how Wells Fargo had gotten fined $250 million for their bad practices related to mortgage lending.
Yeah.
So wow. So tell me, how did they get themselves in this pickle?
Well, there was this huge investigation going on, and basically they were found to be doing some wrongdoings.
Okay.
And so they've been fined, and they have been fined so many times.
Yeah, I remember when they were fined for like creating accounts for people that were like dead, or like
Yes.
someone's out of the like someone was deployed in Afghanistan. They made a brand new bank account for them
Yeah.
and like was charging them fees and stuff.
Yeah.
The guy's like, I never even went to your branch. So I remember that one was quite a kerfuffle. But
Yeah.
this one is interesting because it's related to the mortgage industry and lending,
Right.
And the lending practices have gotten much more tight since 2008 and the
Oh,
crash, right?
yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
So they were
Yeah.
talking about in this article about them trying to transfer mortgages out of their portfolio.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they're trying to get rid of some stuff and they're
Okay.
not doing it ethically right,
Okay.
but they've put a complete freeze on it currently.
Wow. So I wonder if they were trying to wash the lower rated into all A rated because that's what that happened during the crash. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Perhaps
Yeah.
that would be really odd because there's so many stops.
Checks and-
Checks
right,
and
checks
balances.
Yeah.
But as they tell us more information, then we'll share it because
Yeah.
it was a very short article.
Okay, just came out, right?
Yeah,
it
just came out.
Okay. Check tisk, Wells Fargo.
Yep.
You're always in hot water. All right, our next one, into the same kind of corollary situation, was interesting. One of the most expensive homes, the most expensive home in the U.S., had just defaulted on its loan, right? Is that what just
Yeah.
happened? $156 million house in Los Angeles?
Yeah, but it was
Wow.
worth like $500 million just
That's
in
what they were listing it for?
2017.
Okay.
Yeah, and they defaulted on this amount.
So this is the loan amount, 156 million,
Yeah.
but they were trying to sell it for 500 million.
Yeah, in
And they couldn't find a buyer.
2017, but
Yeah.
they've defaulted
Yeah.
since.
Wow.
But you know about this,
Yeah. Well,
one.
I've seen the whole tour, and the house itself is absolutely unbelievable. It's built on top of a hill, so it has it takes up the whole top of the hill. And it has a legit running track, a college-sized running track around the whole house.
Yes.
It has a nightclub in there that can
Yes.
fit 250 people, which is like
Yes.
absolutely insane. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. The builder of it himself has built a lot of high-end celebrity homes around LA. He's quite well known for that. And so I think he assumed that he could get a pretty high buyer for that, but apparently nobody was interested in a house of that size.
Wow.
So
Yeah, and I was just looking at that article. Multiple pools, multiple kitchens,
yes.
massive,
Yes.
so many amenities.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Bowling alleys and movie theaters
yes.
and spas and pools, seven
Yes.
pools. And,
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite the place.
Yes.
Quite the place. So you have to be like a king or someone from some Saudi Arabia or something.
Yeah.
To afford something, I assume. So yeah,
Can you
500 million.
imagine having that much money to spend on a house? What's the upkeep cost
yes,
on that?
upkeep cost. Tell us what you would do if you had $1 billion. Would you buy the one, or would you have a more reasonable house? Tell us what you think about that specifically.
Wow, that's. And it's like, I think so many people, we all wish we could be that rich.
Yeah,
right?
just flaunt your wealth. I mean, you got $1 billion and have a house that big.
That
I can only
is
imagine
nuts.
that you get lost in it. Like, you might not see people for a while. You know what I mean?
Just your workout and just getting across the house.
You could, right? Just to go to the kitchen and be a workout.
One of the mini kitchens.
One of the many kitchens. So that's what we have for our episode this week up in Vegas. Lots of fun things going on. We invite you to come out to Vegas, have a good time, get the house seats. That would be a great value. Go hit up the Greek Festival. That would be awesome.
Yep.
Come to town, watch a Raiders game.
Yeah.
Go to the Raiders game at Allegiant Stadium. That would be
Yes.
awesome. And if you're here to buy a home or buy real estate, buy or sell, who should they get a hold of?
Well, you can definitely get a hold of me. I would love to chat with you, take you to coffee, take you to lunch, chat, talk. I'm really, the way that I work is I'm just a straight shooter. I treat my clients as if they're my family, my brothers or my sisters, and I just
Awesome.
tell the truth. This is what it is, here it is, and now let's make a decision.
I love that. That's awesome. You're really out there helping people.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, thank you guys so much. I will put my contact information down below if you're looking to build a website or to build your business. I would love to help you out as well. And so the two of us here for Up in Vegas, we will be back next week with all kinds of fun things. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you then. Bye, guys.
Yay! Yeah, cut. Stop.